So the interview I reacted to the other day on Jooka on Big Ego Media's platform, that went basically crazy viral, and I'm guessing a lot of people seen, including Winners Talking Podcast, and has invited him over onto the show. And this is just a clip of the original interview. It's a 9-minute clip, and I'm pretty sure the podcast is like probably like an hour long. You get me? So we're gonna be getting straight into this, just reacting to it. You know what I mean? Because it just recently came out, and yeah, man, let's just get straight into this. I wanna make sure that I'm not covering anything. Put it right there, and yeah, man, let's go. So the title is "I Love the Streets More Than My Mum." Jooka unfiltered, pounds sterling stunned. So let's go.
He's streaming really, really well. It's streaming like 2.5 view streams a day that he's getting. His video got released last week, Wednesday. I think it's already on, no, last week Thursday. It's already like on 35k views already. His interview's done like 37. So
he's a star.
He's
I'm gonna tell you this. One of the reasons that I've wanted him here more is to help champion what he's doing. That's why I wanted him here. If he's doing something, I gotta help support him in some way. Like,
Most definitely.
He's a star, bro. Like,
most definitely.
You can see it every time there's a video, like, you're a star, bro. And there's always gonna be that guy at the crew that can kind of like, yeah, when the lights are on, he's the one that will turn on. That's you. So, all right. So, boom. You understand the game. In my opinion, it looks like you've taken an understanding of what this social media internet game is, and you're working it to your benefit.
Most definitely.
When did that realization come, and how to work it?
That's a good question. When I think back and I reflect, it's when I start talking my truth. When I start spilling. Me and Foreign were before the internet. Me and Foreign were on a thing. Look, let's just drill the ops. Let's just bore these men up, and let's not even let's just rap it. So not and that doesn't mean include content. So what I'm doing content, and I'm rapping. Well, what I've realized is people want content too. They want to know you. They want to know more about you, your personality, how you flow, how you talk. You know, they want to know your background. They want to know where you're based. You can't just rap and and you're gonna prevail. You're gonna go far. So. Me and like, look, let's just drill and rap. But I realized that's not the way. That's not the way. So our thing was, what clicked is, like I said, when we went jail, he said, yo, we need to look into this content thing. We need to look into this social media thing because this is where it's at. And when he left jail, he said, it's making sense. And I said, and I left jail up like a month later. And I said, yeah, man, let's look into this. We've got Bobby, our backbone. Bobby's been saying this. For how many years has he been saying this now?
It started with Foreign. I told Foreign, because Foreign's always been called rapping, right? Yeah, but and his rapping style is suited to our generation. And I told him that your peers are not really feeling you because you rap as if you're one of our old school, so I can take you in. But I tell him that everyone said that, why am I never always smiling? He's never smiling. I said, Foreign, like everyone's just telling me you look angry and that. I said, go on TikTok. No, I'm not a TikTok guy, man. I'm like, Foreign, 2-2, gone to jail, right? He was under Obo, gone to jail. Why they in jail? The cellmates, I'm talking to the guys. You have to come out and try and do things differently. We don't want to go back to jail again. So, but I'll say M-Biz played a big part as well.
Big up M-Biz, man.
Yeah, that's real.
You man put M-Biz through a lot of stuff on them kids. And you need a man like that that's willing to not take himself too seriously in a times and an environment where everyone feels they need to be serious. Because I see like he plays that role. I'm up on who's who in your league.
Okay, that's real.
No, bro, listen, I'm paying attention. Bro, come on.
That's
so
real.
I see like certain skits you lot are doing. It's entertainment value as well, bro.
Of course.
So I see what's going on. Why was you on Cherry Orchard?
That's a good question. I like that question.
Yeah, go on.
That's a good question. The reason why I went to Cherry Orchard was because I had to sanction a couple things. Yes, I was on stream.
Sanction.
However, before the stream, before the cameras went up, I've circled that block about 5-6 times. Because why? When I was in jail and Biz
on stream, you know.
Because he posted a cheeky snap. Well, that was we didn't authorize that. Me and Foreign didn't authorize that. Me and Foreign during this time. We didn't authorize that snap. We didn't authorize him to post that snap up. However, he went out of his way to post something cheeky and it backfired. What happened? They slid. They got him. Ridiculous. And ever since, naturally, I've said to the man, me and Foreign have said to the soldiers, look, this is unacceptable. We need to sanction this. So before the stream, we've been going to that block. Nobody's there. We've been doing tours. We've been, We've been scouting. Nothing. I said to myself, these men are going on like bad boys rapping 20 men in their videos. I said to myself, let me test their gangster. Let me see who's really on this, who's really gangster. So I said the day before, I put 4 op blocks on a picture. Campbell, New Park, Cherry, and Forest Hill. I said, look, at 5 p.m, I'm gonna be on somebody's block. If one of, let's just say your enemy said that to you, And they said, look, they put 4 op blocks and your block was included. Would you be on your block at 5 p.m.?
Everyone would have been on the block of 5.
Thank you.
Realistically speaking.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But I also said this, knowing that you'll be streaming.
Oh, you're streaming as well.
Yeah.
Streaming,
so
yeah,
are you
streaming.
still gonna come to the op block and incriminate yourself?
That's it. No,
Why are
I'm
you doing
streaming.
it?
4
Why
up
are you
blocks.
incriminating
And my man streaming at the same
The
time.
reason why
So what are we doing here? What's going on?
the reason why I did that is because, like I said to you, before I went,
Is it building
before
the
I,
case?
no, before I started the
Building
stream,
the case again.
you're right. Honestly,
The case is there.
you're right.
Something goes wrong, someone gets licked down, the case is there. You know, the police will just laugh at you as they look away.
I said that to him. I said,
They'll laugh.
I said, what happened
Hold on,
if you
Bobby.
saw someone?
Hold on, bro. Let me cut you there.
Go on.
I'm ready to risk it. That's how much of a soldier I am. I'm ready to crash out because of that violation that happened to M-Biz.
Right, now, this is the question I'm going to ask you. You're a soldier, undoubtedly. Do you love the gang more than you love your mum?
That's a good question.
Let me answer.
That's a good question. If we're talking evidently,
Let me answer. I'm just talking in straight fact. Do you love the gang and being a soldier more than you love your mum that will have to come and visit you up and down the country? Her life will be put on hold. She's going to be stressed, bawling for you like she was bawling for you on the phone to me that time. Her life will just be sacrificed, the majority of her life, to looking after you because she loves you with all her heart. So she's going to still travel up and down the country to come and see you. Like, does it matter more to you about the gang than it does your mum? I just want you to answer.
that's a good question. And I appreciate that question. And if we're talking evidently, yes, I love the streets more than my mum. Most definitely.
You're letting me down there.
Rotted. What is my man
I know
on?
you're bantering.
Remember,
You're scaling me. Go on.
honestly, this is far from banter.
I love the streets more than my mum, you
I
know.
love the streets more than your mum, bad man.
Remember, everything I'm saying is,
Right, go on. I shouldn't interrupt. It's your story. It's your story. Go on.
let me flow. Evidently, remember, I'm not saying it just to say it. I'm talking about evidently. You know when you do English and they say, have you passed or failed? You've passed evidently because they check your work.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
You check my credentials, you check my pass, you check what I've been through.
Right.
Most definitely.
Non-evidently, I'm asking you. I'm not asking what statistically it would look like or what it would look like to the eye. I'm asking you. I'm sitting here with you, asking you.
That's a good question.
And to viewers and to everyone watching, I'll ask you lot the same, and you lot can answer.
And like I said, I can say I love English. I can say I love football. I can say I love chocolate. But if I don't eat chocolate, you clearly don't love chocolate as much. I can say I love English, but I'm not studying and doing research. You clearly don't love English as much.
Do you love the streets more than your
And
mum?
that's a good question. I can say yes. Why? Because you check my credentials. I'm in the streets. I've been doing it. And even when I see my mum cry, did I stop?
Did you man hear what he's saying? Dookie said he spins the op blocks live on stream. And then Pound Sterling asks him, do you love the streets more than your mum? And obviously he didn't want to say anything at the start, but then he said it's evidently, like, bro, if you see clearly, just look at his CV and that, bro, technically he does, because he's saying even when his mum's telling him to stop, his mum's crying, he doesn't care, bro. He rather back his boys, get me spin the op block. Man said on stream, bro, yeah. He listed down 4 op blocks, yeah. He said I'm gonna be at any one of these at 5 p.m. And bro, my man landed at one of them. I think it was at Cherry Orchard. Spun the block, no one's there. I seen the stream, bro. He's like walking the black on the op block on the pavement. You get me? And my man trying to say you just testing everyone's gangster because them man are all in videos, 20 man up, but they're not really doing anything in real life, bro. My man's on the up block and no one's really coming after him. You get me? So yeah, man, it's crazy. This guy's on tapped you. I can't lie, fam. But this was the first clip that Pound Sterling released. So obviously, if this is that mad, imagine how the rest of the podcast's gonna be. But I can't wait. But yeah, man, it's been your boy PP24s. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.